We're here at the Fashion Valley Mall here in San Diego to check out the AMC Fashion Valley. This theater is a bit controversial here in San Diego. Some people like the one at Mission Valley better, some people like the one at Fashion Valley better. Me personally, it's this one, the Fashion Valley, no contest. So is the AMC Fashion Valley Theater better than the one in Mission Valley? Yes, definitely. I don't even see how it's a contest. I think it's better in terms of the theming, the quality of the theaters themselves, the projectors. Everything at this theater is a significant improvement over the one in Mission Valley, and it's only 3 years older. The first movie theater to open in Fashion Valley was in 1970, the Fashion 4. This theater closed when the AMC opened in 1998. Since it first opened, the AMC hasn't really gone through too many renovations, and to be honest, it doesn't really need any. I can totally see why people don't really like this theater though. It is small, and I don't mean in terms of the theater itself because again, it does have 18 screens. Each screen at this theater only seats about 100 people. For a big city like San Diego, that's not really much. Imagine walking into a movie theater and you see right when you get there, the theater is already like 75% full. I can totally understand why someone would feel ripped off if they spent $16 on a ticket and they get that small of a screen. I have A-list, so it's not that much of a problem for me, but if I only go to the movies every once in a while, I could see why the high ticket cost with that small of a screen can really make a difference for you. This theater also doesn't have any premium screens. It doesn't have an IMAX, it doesn't have a Dolby, it doesn't even have Prime. So if you want the best premium experience for your money, I could totally see why you wouldn't want to come here. As much as I hate the one in Mission Valley, it does have a Dolby screen, and right now they are renovating the IMAX screen, so there's no real reason to come here if you want a premium experience. The main lobby hasn't changed in almost 30 years, and to be honest, that's part of its charm. It's very easy to find your theater here. Theaters 1 through 10 are upstairs, and theaters 11 through 18 are downstairs. Another major complaint that people have about this theater is that it's 2 stories tall. If you're seeing a movie in screens 12 to 18, you're gonna be at the bottom floor today. Today I'm gonna be in screen 18, so I'm gonna be down in the lower level. But to be honest with you, I don't see why a 2-story theater is a big complaint. I've been to theaters that are 4 stories tall before. I don't see what the big deal is to go up the escalator or down the escalator. Of course, the day I was there, the escalator was broken. Thankfully, there's an elevator that tells you exactly where to go. There's so many hidden little details in this lobby. There's surfboards and beach balls and life preservers. They truly commit to the beach theme here. Most AMCs in San Diego stray away from any type of theming beyond the default AMC modern look. But here, it's committed to its charm, and I think if it went away, people would miss it very quickly. The downstairs area is one long hallway. The theaters are on one end, and there's this liminal space on the other. Back in the day, this space used to be the line to get into a big release. They used to screen all the new releases in Theater 15, and while it was being cleaned, people would line up and wait. Here's what one of the interiors of the theater looks like. As you can see, it is pretty small. Each screen here seats about 100 people, except for Theater 1, which seats 200 people. I have to say the seats here are pretty comfy. They're red leather seats that don't recline, but they are very nice. I have heard people say this theater is pretty unclean, but I've been coming to this theater for about 10 years now, and I just don't see it. Every time I've been to this theater, the seats have been in good quality. I did the old flashlight test on these seats and I saw little damage and no stains. The projector here is great. I've never had any issues with resolution or cropping or even dead pixels. I can see why people don't really like the smaller screens, especially if you arrive later and you're forced to sit in the front rows. At the same time, I think it really gives a nice cozy feeling to the theaters. Imagine seeing an indie movie or a foreign movie here and there's only about a few people there. So how can AMC improve this theater? Personally, I don't think they can. I don't see how they can put a Dolby screen or even an IMAX screen at this location. The theaters here are way too small, and to make any significant upgrades, you'd probably have to tear the entire theater down and rebuild it back up again. I do think this theater doesn't deserve the reputation that it has. I think that it's a great, smaller movie theater that has good seats, good theming, and overall is really unique in the San Diego movie theater scene. I think the screens themselves, while they are small, are really intimate and nice. No matter where you live in San Diego, it has a nice central location. You can come from anywhere and see a movie here with no fret. But I want to know what you think about this theater. Have you been to the AMC Fashion Valley before? What do you think? Thank you for watching. See you next time.